All right, welcome back in. Hour number 3 of OTB. Hour number 3.
Wow.
And we started the show talking about the bad weekend that was in sports, certainly for Team OTB. Tigers lose, Saints lose, the USA loses, the Chargers lose, the Bucks lose, the Packers tie. Not a great weekend. So we talked a lot about the Tigers. I mean, the first 2 hours of the show, there was a lot to talk about, a lot to break down there. And South Carolina, by the way, does have a bye week. Someone was asking inside the Bayou 4 chat. They do have a bye week as well before they come to take on LSU. So they'll be ready to go with momentum after beating Kentucky the way they did at home. All right. The New Orleans Saints.
Oh.
Yeah.
Here we go, guys.
They lose 31-19.
Covered, though.
They certainly did cover.
Great teams cover.
They had a couple of opportunities in the game, obviously. You know, you have Chris Olave throwing up an interception. Love to have that one back. Spencer Rattler really is worst throw of the day, and we were talking about it through text chain. Worst throw of the day was to Brandon Cooks there in the end zone. Brandon Cooks almost makes a great catch. You have to settle for a field goal in that game. Now, I
still don't see where the ball hit the ground, though.
I know. To overturn it.
So, all right.
Yeah, I don't.
Okay, you could probably assume that it did.
Yeah.
But you got to show me.
Yeah.
It was called a touchdown. They probably called it a touchdown because they knew it would be automatically reviewed.
Yeah.
But, like, the black pants, the shadows.
Yeah, it's tough.
You couldn't prove to me. You could assume.
We were talking about it over text. For whatever reason, they always overturn calls like that. It's like when the quarterback fumbles it.
I'm over the super slow motion.
But
like
they always overturn plays like that.
I'm not sure if I agree with you on that, but like it's got to be beyond a shadow of a doubt. And I just couldn't see it. Beyond a shadow, it was in the shadows. Shadow blocked it.
Your overall thoughts, though, on the Saints going to Buffalo after getting embarrassed by Seattle on the road. You're competitive in the game. You ran the football at Buffalo.
Good.
34 carries, 189 yards, 5.6 yards per carry. Kendre Miller had a great touchdown run. AK ran the ball really well, 4.7 yards per carry. Spencer Rattler ran the football really well. Spencer through the air, obviously, only 4.6 yards per attempt. That really needs to go up. I know what they're doing, but he was efficient, but that's kind of what the game plan was always going to be. 18 of 27, 126 yards, 1 touchdown, no interceptions. Chris Olave did throw the interception like we're talking about. I know the NFL, I know there's no moral victories, but after getting just whacked against the Seattle Seahawks on the road, you go the opposite direction across the country, and you put up a great fight against Buffalo.
Yeah, you did. I thought defensively you played your best game of the season. You're playing an offense that's electric, dynamic. They have a really, really talented running back and, arguably the best player in the NFL at quarterback, Josh Allen. Now, he made his plays, especially towards the end of the game with his feet and running the ball, but you made his life hell for a while. You made them uncomfortable. You sacked him multiple times. Now, James Cook kind of got off a few times and had some good runs, but, you're going to give up plays to that offense. Every team is. And you gave up a lot less yards and points than some other teams that have already played that same team that are thought of to be some of the best teams in the league. So defensively, you played your ass off.
Yeah.
It's hard to say you did enough to win the game because you didn't win the game.
Right.
And then on the offensive side of the ball, you ran the ball really well. Buffalo, that is a big glaring weakness on their team, is their run defense. You've seen it every single week, people running the ball. You saw Derrick Henry, I think he ran for 950 yards against them in one game. So you've seen the deficiency there. So that was always going to be the game plan. Right. And I think defensively for the Buffalo Bills, I think they were okay with that. They have seen the game plan that works against this New Orleans Saints offense. Right. They are not talented enough to drive in, drive out, to go 8, 10, 12, 14 plays and continuously get first downs. Why? Because you make mistakes. Now, the penalties cleaned up this game.
Yeah.
Like we said, be more disciplined. We can, as a Saints fan base, you can be okay with just not being quite as good. And we saw that. Saints are not as good as the Buffalo Bills, but be more disciplined. And I think that happened. Like, I think that they cleaned up a lot of the errors, the pre-snap penalties, a lot of just silly mistakes that you should get cleaned up in the preseason. I think we're spinning some positive stuff right here. I think you cleaned that part up. You just weren't quite as good, and you didn't make the plays. Like when you look at Rattler's game, to beat the Buffalo Bills on the road like that with a roster that's not as good, like you have to play damn near perfect, right?
Yeah.
And you have to make throws like the one he missed. That's, I can point to 2 big throws this season that he didn't make he wants back. Week 1 to Olave, this week to Cooks in the end zone. He wants those back, and I think unfortunately because of the record, because he's 0-10 as a starter, like those are kind of the things people are starting to like dive in and hone in on, are those missed throws, not the good plays that he's made. He made some dynamic plays with his feet.
Yep.
The yardage wasn't there, but again, the defensive philosophy is what the Saints are gonna continue to see until they prove they can beat it. Play shell coverage. Give up the running game, give up little passes underneath because they don't have the personnel. They're just not there as a team yet to be able to grind a defense down and stay on schedule, because something's going to happen. Some mistake is going to happen, or they're not going to be able to, out-athlete you in space one-on-one. So you're going to continue to see it. So game plan-wise, coaching staff-wise, you're going to have to find a way to be better, to beat shell coverage. And we did we ran the ball great, but bend don't break defense, and they just didn't break.
Yeah, I thought the defense for the Saints, you have 3 sacks against an alien at quarterback. I thought you did a really nice job compared to what anybody else has done against the Buffalo Bills. Allen was 16 of 22, 209. He had 2 scores, but he threw an interception as well. He did have the long run, right, where he's just breaking tackles down the middle of your defense. But I think defensively you played well enough to give your team a chance. And the offense, look, they had some opportunities. If you complete that pass to Brandon Cooks, the game looks a little bit different. I know they go and they get points after that, but if you make that pass, you make that play, I think the game and the narrative and kind of the flow of the game changes a little bit there for you. So, look, you go on the road against one of the best teams in the NFL. You lose 31-19, and all jokes aside, you do cover the spread. Nobody thought you'd be able to have a game like you had. There's things to build off of, and it's never going to be probably what you want as far as the wins and the losses, the record this year. We understand that. But if you're looking at it from what it was a week ago to what it is now, you clean up the penalties, right? You got embarrassed last week by a team that's not as good as Buffalo. And so you come back in this game and you are competitive. There's things you can take from this game. And it sucks. I know moral victories you're like, wait a minute, it's the National Football League. But where you're at right now, which right now you have the number 1 overall pick. Like you have it by strength of schedule, because there's other winless teams in the NFL, but you have it by strength of schedule metric right now. That's where you're at. But there's things that you can build off of from this team. And look, I don't know what you would do with the number 1 overall pick. I have no idea. Right now I don't have a lot of faith that you would make the right decision just based off how you've drafted in recent memory there. Because I'll be honest with you, I watch a game like that. When y'all watch the game and you could add 1 automatic, surefire, Pro Bowl, all-pro guy at any position for the Saints, what would it be right now?
Receiver.
Yeah.
For me.
Receiver.
Because, again, you were talking about the 2 throws he wanted back. Personally, I thought it was a bad throw yesterday. I thought it would have been tough for Brandon Cooks to make.
It was a bad throw.
Chris Olave dropped 1 right before that.
Yep.
I think it may have been the same drive or the drive before where, it was a little bit behind him. It was on his back shoulder. Got to make it. Week 1, got to make that catch. If you had a stud receiver, A.J. Brown tweeted out yesterday after the game, they're winning. He had 2 catches. He said, if I'm not wanted anymore, show me the door. If you had A.J. Brown on this offense, Spencer Rattler looks a lot better, and you probably have a win.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at the plays the receivers made last night in Sunday Night Football for both teams.
Yep.
Their quarterbacks,
George Pickens?
Their quarterbacks gave them a chance, and they took the chance and made it a reality.
Yep.
They helped their guy out. You need a dog. You need one of those guys that when the ball's in the air, it's like, It is me, and it's only me. I'm making the catch. Nobody else is coming close to this football. You got to help your guy. Does the quarterback, sure, we can have that conversation. But how many times do we see across that league, a guy puts it in the area and his number one guy goes and gets it, or his surefire hands guy goes and like, I know the Chargers lost, but I'm watching that entire game. If you put it anywhere in the radius of Keenan Allen, anywhere in the same zip code as Keenan Allen, he's catching it. Mm-hmm. And he does it every single time. Like, unfortunately, Malik got hurt, and we'll talk about that a little bit later on because the turf of that place sucks.
Yep.
But, like, Malik's going to get that. Like, your top-tier receivers are going to make those plays for you.
Do you have a guy on this team you would trust to throw a 50-50 ball to?
No.
You can't throw 50-50 balls. If you're Rattler and it's 3rd and goal, you can't take a shot in the end.
But sometimes that's your only read if they take away everything else.
Yeah.
The negative thing I would point out about Spencer is like his misses are low usually, which is like you give nobody a chance. Like when he does, a very accurate thrower, a little bit behind on some of these crossing routes, but some of his like out routes and things to the sideline tend to come out a little bit low. Usually very accurate with that. And I've been pretty impressed with the majority of his accuracy. Now on the big throws, he's got to be better. He's got to be like when you're at a talent deficiency, you have to play the position perfectly, and it's just not happening. And unfortunately for Saints fans, unfortunately for Spencer and the record is not great. It's 0-10 when he's a starter. Would it have been any different with Tom Brady team like being the quarterback of these teams? I'd maybe 1-9. I don't know.
Just when I start thinking about NFL draft time, right? And who knows where this quarterback group ends up being? And I know a lot of people want to take a quarterback, and you've never had the number one pick, and you hadn't taken a quarterback in the first round since Archie. Like, we know all that. But like right now, if Lenore Sellers is on this team, what's the record? If John Mateer is on this team, what's the record? If Dante Moore is on this team, what's the record? Nussmeier, Beck, Manning, whoever. There's a guy like Jordan Tyson. If I get the number one pick from Arizona State, I'm not taking him number one, but I'm trading down to number 4. Somebody that's hungry for a quarterback. And you know what this team needs? It needs about 3 or 4 dudes. So give me those picks. I'll go get the 6'2" receiver that's tearing up the Big 12 right now.
Yeah.
Or whoever. Right? If you feel like there's a number one guy out there.
I was going to go fullback, but I guess since y'all said it, I'll go receiver.
Well, one time for 51 yards and don't see him again.
Big deal.
So,
anyway, obligatory Saints talk.
All right, go to pelicanroof.com. That's the website for Pelican Roofing. Right there on the homepage of pelicanroof.com, you'll see the 5-star reviews from Google, from Facebook, from Yelp. The internet hates everything, but it loves Pelican Roofing, and you will as well. When you go to the website, remember you get that instant roof quote. Type in your address at your home, at your business, gives you a great idea of what that roof is going to cost. Speaking of costs, they've got great financing options as well on the homepage right there. Remember, in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, boots on the ground in both as well. Go to pelicanroof.com. When we come back, our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold DeMayo, joins us here to break down the Saints and the Tigers on this Monday morning.
Off the bench.
All right, go to allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com. If you are buying new, if you are leasing, if you are renting, every single thing is always going to be available. And look, no matter what your needs are right now, if you need something smaller, better on gas mileage, they've got you. If you need something bigger, maybe your family's growing, you need a midsize SUV. Maybe you've had a midsize SUV and your family continues to grow and you need a full-size Sequoia. Or maybe you need the Sienna minivan. Whatever it is, they have got you. Multiple trucks as well with the Tundra, with the Tacoma. Go to the website today, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
Yeah, that is right. So, like, if it's that time of life, so I'm thinking about, so my oldest son just turned 10. I'm like, oh, my God, 6 years. I got to buy a car for him. Are you kidding me? Well, when I'm going to make that decision, I'm going to make something that's safe, that's reliable, that's efficient, that I feel comfortable putting a loved one in, and that would be Toyota. So whether it's a brand new car, whether it is a used car, long-term lease, a per-day rental, whatever it is, go see them today. Go check out their website, allstartoyotaofbatonrouge.com.
...2007 champs, purple and gold to the core. This is Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn. Baton Rouge's go-to for all things Louisiana sports.
All right, welcome back in OTB here on this Monday morning. Let's go to the phone lines now. We've got our guy Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo, set to join us now. Dev, I'm going to assume your weekend kind of went like everybody else here in this studio's weekend went.
Yeah, brutal weekend. Well, I don't know what was I guess Saturday was worse. Yeah, I guess if I had to pick out of the two, Saturday was worse.
Yeah, Sunday was kind of inevitable.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever going to say that they fought hard,
yeah,
God, Lee, they fought hard.
They did.
On Sunday, so you got to give them that. It's but the LSU stuff, man. It's just that was an identity game for LSU, and they just didn't pass that little test. So we'll see. I mean, one loss now, so they still it ain't all over.
It's not over, but it better get fixed pretty quick here because the schedule that you've got coming up, Dev, it is not very forgiving.
No, it's not. It's going to start with South Carolina, and then Pavia, Texas. I mean, yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. This was a chance for LSU to show, hey, look, whatever y'all saw the first few games, we've been working on that, and obviously that's not what they showed. So that is discouraging. It really is.
When you watch LSU play on offense, it's is there any doubt in your mind that there's just something not right with Nuss right now?
Yeah. Well, even beyond that, let me tell you something. My least favorite play in football, whether pro or college, and I do not know for the life of me why so many teams run it. Dude, I lost a prop. I don't bet on props no more, right? But I lost a prop last night, okay? And it was golden to have 60 or more receiving yards. What play does Green Bay run? He had 61 yards. What play did they run?
God.
They run this stupid screen to the receiver that never goes anywhere. I mean, how often do you see this play go anywhere? Really, very rarely. And that's LSU's favorite play. The receiver run right to the butt. You get 0 or negative yards. Why do teams keep running this play? I don't know.
What did he finish with? How many yards?
59.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Man.
I mean, it's just so it's so fitting that was the play because, dude, that play bugs me so much. It aggressively bugs me. And, LSU loves that play. And I don't get it, man. I just don't get it. You have so much talent on this team. And you love running this screen to the receiver, running to another player's butt, and get no gain. It's so dumb.
To your point, we looked at the passing chart. 11 of 38 pass attempts this past game were behind the line of scrimmage.
Just don't get it. Do y'all? I mean, what would y'all say the benefit is of that play?
I think it's okay, Dev, if it's like a change up, an extension of the run game, and maybe you're trying to open up the middle a little bit, and you're trying to, hey, let's get the ball on the edge quick and see if we can spread the defense out, here and there for sure. I'm okay with it. You got some receivers that have return experience, right? So they can kind of thrive in chaos as well. Okay, sure, yeah, do it. If you want to do it 4 or 5 times a game, okay, 11, that's egregious there. So I think there's a benefit to it in small doses. Yeah. It can't be the lead.
And there's
story.
a better way to do it too. Doing it to a 3-receiver side where you're relying on 2 receivers to get an extremely hard block in space is a little much. And not to mention you're stopping your receiver. He's catching it at a dead stop. He's not catching it on the move, right? So I like RPOs and things at least be a tunnel screen RPO or something like that. But yeah, to your point, it stinks.
Yeah. And I see Brent in the chat, the receiver screen that gets yards every time we run. Brother, I don't know what football you watching because I must be in space because there ain't no way. And I think not just LSU. I'm talking about all over football. I mean, unless you got a Deebo Samuel, one of those type guys, I don't even know why you run it. Especially if you play in SEC football, you about to get in the middle of this whole SEC. All these SEC games, tough games, you don't want to run that against Alabama and stuff. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, what are your vibes with the Saints? Getting back to the NFL talk, what are your vibes after that performance in Seattle, and then you come back and you go to the opposite coast and the performance you put up against Buffalo? Dev, even though you lose both games, like, is there positives that you took away from the Saints against the Bills?
Yeah. Well, I mean, if not for missed opportunities, and that's what bad teams do. They miss opportunities, and that's what the Saints did like all day yesterday. There was a point to where they should have been up. They should have been up, at least 4, maybe 7 points, and they just weren't taking advantage of opportunities like, the Philly special. I call it the Gentili special because there's no reason to really run that play right there. You were averaging 6 yards a pass at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, just try to punch it in. Your run game was phenomenal yesterday. Your O-line your penalties were better. There was a lot of like great things that weren't so great the previous weeks that were better, but I don't know, just kind of overthinking and missing opportunities. Pete Werner, you got to catch that interception. It's right in your hands. It's right in your hands, man. Just little things that they missed opportunities on you, and we know you can't do that against the Bills. You got to be damn near perfect to beat the Bills. And they were, and the thing about it is the Bills were like, dude, they were willing to lose that game at one point. and you got to play 4 full quarters against the Bills to beat them because we already know what they do. You saw it with the Ravens game at the beginning of the year. The Ravens were dominating them, but they didn't dominate them for 4 full quarters. And the Bills can light you up just in like the second half of the fourth quarter. So they're going to learn from it. And with that being said, I'm just going to come out and say it. The Saints are going to get that first win this week. I'm telling you, dude. If there's any type of improvement, progression, if we got a smart, good coach, all these things, you'll win against the Giants this week at home. And who knows, man? I hate to sound like the ultimate optimist because I have no reason to. They 0-4, but we might go on a little run like Forrest Gump. You play the Giants. Yeah, dude, don't let them get hot.
Don't let them get hot.
Because you play the Giants, the Patriots, the Bears, and then the Bucks, which obviously is a better football team than us, but also going through injury. You catch the right team at the right time. Who knows? But man, I could see the Saints winning a couple games in these next 4 at least.
Like Dev, so kind of the big topic right now, what people are like trying to punch right now against Spencer Rattler is pretty brutal start to his career, 0-10 on the win-loss column as a starting quarterback. But realistically, like if you were to, and this is okay, nobody like misinterpret this as a comparison because it's not. If you put Drew Brees in at quarterback for those 10 games, and let's like take his like intent, like his leadership out of it, like just put him in there to play the football game the way it's been drawn out, what would his record be in the same 10 games that Spencer played?
You said Drew Christopher Brees?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Brother, he'd be 7-3.
Dev, he would not be 7-3.
Wait, what's the limitations here? I might have missed that.
No. I mean, if you put Drew where Spencer Rattler was, going back to last year with that same team, you think Drew would be 7-3? Which if you do, that's fine. Sure. Okay.
I mean, who did Drew have? Drew was throwing it to Robert Meacham and Brandon Coleman. And
Meacham was a first-round pick out of the SEC.
Yeah, he really played like one.
Wasn't he first
his
round?
best play was on defense. His best play is the same.
Yeah, Meach was my teammate. I like Meach. Hey,
I mean,
hey, just hating on Marcus Colston, just hating on everybody right now, Dev.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Reggie Bush.
Oh, I love Reggie. Reggie's a pioneer. He's a pioneer of good vibes for the Saints. Nobody was going to the games until we drafted Reggie Bush, dude. That's what got everybody into the dome. I did
not have Robert Meacham catching straight.
There you go.
Send my best to Robert, but it's
him and his family.
Hope they're doing well.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know, man. All right. Who started 0-10? Let's see. Right, Derek Carr, Warren Moon started.
Warren. Okay.
You know who else started 0-10? Zach Mettenberger.
Oh, did he? Metcho did?
He did, man. And then it only gets worse from there. You know, it's like Brody Croyle. Who else? One more guy.
Croyle.
Brody caught 10 starts.
Yeah, for the Chiefs. Yeah, I think he started a whole year. Had uniforms and everything.
So it's so tough, man, because Spencer, like, you can't doubt that this guy. First of all, he looks. The first takeaway is the dude is poised. You know, it's not like he's super nervous or anything like that. Like, he's poised. You know, he's ready. He's got all that. It's just like his main issue is the ball placement. You keep kind of seeing it pop up. By the way, what did y'all think about the Cooks thing? Because my thing is, if you call it a touchdown on the field,
that's what we said.
Yeah, you got to show me that it wasn't. They were just telling me about it. They weren't really showing me.
Yeah,
it's got to be beyond a shadow of the doubt. And the problem is that ball was in the shadows and you couldn't see it touch the ground.
Because the hand, right?
Yeah, the black pants, the shadows. You couldn't tell if that ball hit the ground.
I just feel like we got put together right there. You know, I just got to be honest, man. Because, I don't know. It's so much with that, man. The refs they had a weekend. The refs had a weekend. Big weekend for the refs. A lot of touchdowns taken off the board. Targeting is still just the dumbest thing. You know, I don't understand some of these games. Like, look at that Oregon game. At the end.
That guy launched and hit him right in the face. And like, no, we're good. It's a hairline that actually hit him. No targeting.
They said hairline. How long did?
I think we talking about hairline.
So you were talking about your bad beat earlier on the Golden over the prop bet for 60 yards. What if you didn't have any money on the Indiana-Iowa game this week, did you? Indiana minus 6.5, up 7 points on their own 40 with 3 seconds left. And from their own 40, they take a safety play where the running back or the quarterback takes the ball and runs back. It took probably 15 seconds. Like, the play was over like 10 seconds. The game was over 10 seconds before. He takes a safety. They only win by 5.
Yeah, I had A&M by 6.5 against Auburn. They scored a touchdown. I watched it happen. And I had it on mute because I was watching the LSU game on the other screen. So I had it on mute. And I look like 2 minutes later, and it's like they don't have 7 points. They only had 3. And I'm like, what happened? Well, something happened where they called the touchdown back. And, yeah, that was it. You know, it was brutal, man. Kansas, that was another one. Had them by 4.5, what they wound up winning by 4. Tennessee, push. 7 points. That was a push against Mississippi State. Mississippi State's scrappy, man.
Yeah.
You know.
They played well enough to win that game, for sure.
They definitely
they
did.
were one play away.
Yeah. How many SEC games have they lost in a row?
Oh,
12?
Yeah, because they didn't win one. Yeah, they didn't win one a year ago, for sure. They earned. My whole point in saying that, they earned to be in that game in overtime. It wasn't fluky. Like, they made the plays to be in that game, and that's if they're on your schedule now. That is not just a go ahead and check it as a win for sure. You better be ready.
Yeah, man. Wow. My biggest takeaway from the weekend is that, you got to be, I guess, somewhat proud of this. They had the Bills ready to call their mama, dude. They really did at one point. But, they just didn't play 4 full quarters. And, yeah, man, just got to hope for a miracle with LSU's offense because that's what it's going to take.
All right, Dev. Well, we apologize to Marcus Colston, Michael Thomas, Devery Henderson, Robert Meacham, Brandon Cooks, and Lance Moore for Dev's comments a little bit earlier. But we love you, Dev. We always glad to talk with you.
Yeah, Kenny Stills was a great one too, man.
Shout out to Kenny Stills. All right, Dev, man, enjoy RB and R Day, man. We look forward to finding out where you end up, and we appreciate you.
All right, y'all take care.
All right, you as well. There he is, Devin Snow, a.k.a. Hold the Mayo. Meach, I thought you were pretty good, Devery Henderson, shout out Devery.
Drew Brees ain't going 7-3.
No, I don't know.
Well, it's like what we have been talking about pretty much this whole time is like you can have anybody at quarterback, but you have 0 weapons like at every other position on the team. Like the defense actually played pretty well yesterday.
Yeah.
And I don't actually think that the Bills have a great defense or like even that good or the offense is obviously way better. But I don't know. Drew Brees isn't going 7-3. Nobody's going 7-3 with that.
Y'all made a fatal mistake, though. You asked the Saints fan about Drew Brees.
I know. I know. That's why I
I
should
mean,
have said
I'm
Tom
a
Brady.
Saints fan,
I
and
should have said Tom Brady. That's
I'm a
on me.
Saints fan, and I put Drew Brees in a top 5 conversation, but nobody's winning with this team.
I was gonna say,
that's on you. That's
in my mind, I had Tom Brady in the question, but then I decided to keep it a little bit
As
more
soon as
relevant.
you said it,
I
and
knew
he
the
said his middle name, I was like, oh yeah, you're cooked.
Oh man,
You're in trouble.
got
You're
me.
not gonna win.
That was
this
a bad question by me,
one. I'm
guys.
gonna win this one.
Take one of my good questions away.
Take it away. Take it away. But do not take away K2Z. K2ZBlinds.com. KTOZBlinds.com. K2Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. Go to the website. Check out that contact information in Lafayette, in Baton Rouge, on the North Shore, throughout the state of Louisiana. If you are listening to us, we are talking to you. KTOZBlinds.com. Interior Outdoor Living. And sometimes Brandon Barton and the team can help you with both, like they've helped me with both. Again, KTOZBlinds.com. All right, we'll come back and continue talking about the weekend that was.
We got some winners too, right?
I mean, sure, we can
Or
do
losers.
that. Sure, we can do that as well. There's a lot of those to go around. We'll do it here on OTB.
I think we need to eulogize somebody, actually.
Oh, we do.
We lost someone good.
We did. Matt, we'll give you that when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench.
All right, go to BoudreauxElectrical.com, BoudreauxElectrical.com. That sandwich looks incredible there on that TV there, whatever that place that is. BoudreauxElectrical.com is the website, and if you want a whole home generator and you think, man, I waited too late. It's September, almost October. That is not the case. They have over 80 generators in stock right now, ready to go, ready for you. They'll come, they'll slab it, they'll install it, and you'll be ready to go with the ultimate peace of mind. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Yeah, peace of mind is like the key phrase there, because when you have a whole home generator, it doesn't matter what kind of weather. We're in South Louisiana. You never know what to expect. So you have that peace of mind that you can protect your house, your family, your things, that stuff in the freezer, whatever it is. And at Boudreaux's Electrical, guess what this? Something big here. They were just been named one of only 10 Generac dealers in the entire world chosen to launch the all-new next generation Generac generators. That's huge. So give them a call. Go see them today. Get your house sized with that brand new generator. BoudreauxElectrical.com.
Locked in on LSU football 24/7. You're listening to Off the Bench.
Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn it back around. Give me one reason to stay here, and I'll turn
Keep this in the background. A little bit of laundry because I want to tell the people about Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com. It's not just about documents anymore. It's about managing and hosting the information your company needs to grow and thrive in the years ahead in New Orleans, in Baton Rouge, in Mandeville, in Lafayette. You got locations near you, and no matter if you're at a bank, at a hospital, at a university, a law firm, right? We know how important documents are to you. So have the company that always gets it right. And if you have any issues, you pick up the phone and you give them a call, you contact them, and you're talking to the person that's going to help you. GCOPnet.com. Well, the eulogy that Matt's about to give you, he gave his university multiple reasons why.
We've gone too soon. Last week, we lost a good one in college football. Mr. Mike Gundy, gone too soon. I know it had been like 20 years, but gone too soon. This week, we lose another one. This weekend's a tough one for a lot of folks, but none tougher than for the Arkansas Razorbacks. Coach Sam Pittman, gone too soon. Fired. Head coach, Arkansas Razorbacks. Ladies and gentlemen, today we say farewell to Sam Pittman, the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, a man whose physique was as much a part of his legend as his love for offensive linemen. And let's be honest, Coach Pittman didn't look like a slick, modern fitness guru on the sidelines. No, He looked like the guy who owned the grill at the tailgate. And you knew he could out-eat and out-laugh anyone there. Sam wasn't built like a quarterback, a wide receiver, or even the guy who sneaks into the nutrition center just to grab a salad. He was built like the Arkansas offensive line itself, wide, sturdy, immovable. You could have measured his BMI in hog calls. That's body mass index for you. That was part of his magic. When Pittman walked into a room, you didn't think workout warrior. You thought, that's a football coach right there. That's a man who could motivate you, feed you, and probably bench press you if he had to. His physique told the truth before he ever spoke. This guy loves linemen, loves life, and isn't afraid of seconds. And when he shouted, turn that damn jukebox up, you believed him, because nobody with that kind of frame is ever getting ignored. So as we close the book on his tenure in Fayetteville, let us not remember only the wins and losses, but the larger-than-life presence of a coach who's, oh man, it's a lot of body stuff. Rest in peace. As Arkansas's head coach, that is. But Sam Pittman, the man, he's still very much alive. Probably out there somewhere reminding folks to get after it with a big old grin on his face. Woo pig, coach. Woo pig.
I really do love Sam Pittman, by the way.
That was a lot of shots there, right?
That was a lot of shots.
I didn't even. There was no prompting involved. It just.
I mean, it was super shady when it wrote y'all's retirement speeches
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, it was. That's true.
it's just
Hey,
shady.
kind of, yeah. Just like takes shots at him.
Yeah.
Man, love football. Loves a good cold Coors Light.
I know. I
That
like
was his
that,
beer
man.
choice.
I like that, man.
If he wants to coach offensive line anywhere in the country, honestly, he'll have a job tomorrow.
Absolutely.
A great offensive line coach. Outstanding offensive line coach.
That's intriguing.
Arkansas did say that they're going to have a national search, which will include Bobby Petrino. So Bobby Petrino is probably going to be the head coach.
What about John Gruden?
Exactly how
yeah,
he
maybe.
drew it up.
They were
Exactly
trying to
how
get
Bobby Petrino drew it up.
last
No
year.
doubt.
Last year when he was hired, people were like, "Well, Bobby Petrino is the next Arkansas coach." Like I was talking about it with my dad on Saturday right after the Arkansas game. I was like, "Oh, Bobby Petrino is going to be the head coach tomorrow. They got a bye week next week, and he's already cleaned house. 4 assistants are gone as well. Petrino's already
Yeah,
bringing in his
defensive
own.
staff, like all, just holla at your boy.
Was that not one of my bold predictions that he'd be fired before Halloween?
Was it Sam?
Felt like it might have been Sam.
Did we write those down?
Laundry, did you write him down?
What?
Our bold predictions?
Bold predictions? Yeah. What did you just ask?
Did I not make was that not one of them that he'd
That
be
Sam
fired
Pittman?
before
Let's see.
Halloween? If it is, I'm going to get that turnover chain.
Let's see. If you did say it, I didn't write it down.
Wow.
Mine was that AK,
You don't have any of them getting
Alvin
fired.
Kamara would have 1,000 yards this year. He's at 256.
Oof.
So maybe still got a chance.
Ooh,
do
what is
actually.
the Leggett? Where
Oh,
we
he
at
didn't
with-
play this
where we at
past
with
week.
Leggett?
I still think he's at 9 yards.
I mean, actually, AK's on pace to get 1,000 yards because you're 4 games through. Got 256. So.
Yep. Not that bold.
He's never had it before in his life
Not as bold as
in the National
Xavier
Football League.
Leggett.
So there's bold and there's dumb.
Jake's also a lot closer.
There's bold and there's dumb. AK's never had 1,000 yards in the NFL. He's an incredible player, but it's been like 800 receiving, 800 rushing. So his way. And I think the Saints found yesterday that really the thing that they can do. This offensive line's much better at run blocking than they are pass protection, that's for sure.
Anyway, 2020 to 2025. Sam Pittman.
All right. He's still got Arkansas on the schedule. So you'll see Bobby Petrino at the helm there for the Razorbacks. We'll take our last break of the show. Before we do, I want to remind you about Tommy's Windows, Doors, and Siding. Go Tommys.com, G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with a Y.com. That is the website where you'll clearly see the difference, and they can customize your job. You can check out a gallery of work. If you see something like you want to replicate, they can do that as well. Testimonials of past clients. All of that information can be found on their website. That's Go Tommys, G-E-A-U-X, Tommys with the Y.com. We'll take our last break. Ask the Bench when we come back here on OTB.
Off the bench. From players to legends, Hester and Flynn break down LSU football like only champions can.
All right, and welcome back in. It is OTB. And you know, Matt, there's been a certain familiar smell in the air over the last 10, 15 minutes here in studio.
And it smells delicious as well.
It does, and very familiar. What is that?
Does it smell like delicious chicken tendies?
I believe it does.
It does, huh?
I think it does.
Yeah, I think it does. Do you think we can figure
I
out
think
where
we
that
should
smells?
investigate.
Yeah, it's kind of like that in an old school cartoon where it's got the little
Like
lights,
Pepe Le
right?
Pew?
Pepe Le Pew.
I think we should
No.
investigate what that smell is.
wait a
It's
second.
Raising Cane's
Chicken
Let's
tendies.
go. The Raising Cane's studio
That's
here
what I'm
now.
talking about.
You see the signage there. You see the food right in front of us. A smell
You knocked the doggy down.
cannot deny. You can't knock down our dog. Pick our dog
Right.
out there. It's been so hard to concentrate over the last 10 minutes because Cane's has been in the hallway, and you
Right.
know that smell. You love that smell, and we are now happy to have the Raising
Check it
Cane's
out.
studio.
We got Raising Cane's in the corners. We got the
Let's
doggy.
go.
We got it on the front here, everywhere, every single day. The show, as well as all the other shows on the station, right here in the Raising Cane's studio.
Yeah, so look.
We're
maybe-
going to have chicken every day?
Yeah, well, I think so. I think we need to. So look, maybe the weekend didn't go like we wanted it to go, okay? And tomorrow's Tuesday. It's the worst day of the week. What can make it better? Cane's.
Cane's.
Really the only thing that can make it better right now. So we are glad to have them in studio right now. And glad to have them as a sponsor of our studio there.
Very excited. And there's a huge doggy out there, too. Did you see it?
Yeah, I thought you were going to bring that one in.
I should have. Didn't think about it.
It's okay.
I could say I've never had Cane's for breakfast,
Are you excited?
but I'm not opposed to the idea.
Hey, y'all are
Well,
rock, by the way.
you obviously don't live in the Hester household because it is breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Is Raising Cane's. So yeah, we are very excited to have them on the squad, be partnering together with the Raising Cane's studio here. And now we're gonna
The
upgrade
giant
here.
dog!
Let's upgrade.
Shout out Aaron.
There we
Yeah.
go.
Hey, good boy.
He's so cute.
There we go. That's the way you get it done there. So, some good news finally here on this Monday.
We
Raising
did it.
Cane's.
Y'all been asking how we're going to get the vibes up.
We got the vibes up
the
thanks to
vibes
Raising
up.
Cane's. Shout out.
Hey, good choice of song, too, if it makes you happy.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Okay.
All right. So
Nothing
at
made me
least
happy
all
this
right.
week.
So at least here to end the day, we get to enjoy a caniac, get some coleslaw in us, some toast, and some cane sauce.
And I'm going to, as soon as this show is over, I will sit here and crush this whole thing.
I have complete faith in you. I have complete faith in myself as well. And really hope my children aren't watching because they're going to be real big mad, as the kids say,
Big
at dad for eating Raising Cane's.
Look at this.
Y'all
This
got
song
a
is-
30-second weekend winner?
30-second weekend winner. After this weekend?
I do.
No.
I got one.
Losers?
Oh,
lot of
LSU,
losers.
Saints, Chargers,
Yeah.
Team USA,
Yeah.
the Buccaneers, the Packers.
No, the
everybody that we
winner
cheer
is
for.
the Virginia student section
Yes.
with the best
Oh, yeah.
field rush of
Yeah.
all
That looks
time.
really
There you go.
dangerous.
Quick,
It looks
y'all have
super
one. 10
dangerous.
seconds. 10
I don't
seconds,
know.
Alondra.
There's nobody that deserves it.
Illinois bounce back from
Illinois
that
taking
embarrassing
down
loss.
USC.
Weekend loser. Super Bowl halftime.
There you go.
No!
Oh, wow.
Off the bench.